Hello everyone, but we're about to bring it back to life. Mechanics begin the process by meticulously dismantling the interior. They climb into the broken cabin, stripping away the dashboard, seats, and interior panels, revealing the bare, twisted metal skeleton underneath. Every part is carefully removed, clearing the way for the intensive structural repair work to begin. The mangled driver's side door is the first major component to be addressed. After being removed from its hinges, it's laid on the workshop floor. A team of skilled artisans then begins the painstaking process of beating it back into shape. Using a variety of hammers and dollies, they rhythmically strike the warped metal, slowly and carefully erasing the dents. To straighten the door's fundamental frame, they rig up a chain and pulley system, applying targeted force to pull the bent sections back into alignment. Attention then turns to the main cabin frame, which is significantly deformed. In a remarkable display of ingenuity, a heavy chain is anchored to a nearby brick wall and attached to the truck's A-pillar. As tension is applied with a manual winch, helping to release the tension and reshape the metal. The intense heat of a gas torch is used to make the steel more malleable, allowing for precise adjustments. Sparks fly as they weld and reinforce the repaired sections, ensuring the cabin's integrity is fully restored, transforming a wreck back into a solid, functional structure. The team of mechanics swarms over the cab, their hammers ringing out in a steady, rhythmic beat. They meticulously work on the rear corners and roofline, using specialized dollies to back the metal as they strike it, patiently smoothing out every last ripple and dent. The damaged surfaces are gradually transformed, their original smooth contours re-emerging from the twisted wreckage. The A-pillar, a critical structural component, requires special attention. A mechanic heats the bent steel with a gas torch until it glows a bright orange, making it pliable. With the metal softened, he skillfully applies a welding rod, adding new material to reinforce the weakened areas. Simultaneously, another worker hammers the heated joint, expertly reshaping it to match the cabin's original design. Sparks fly as the new welds are laid down, fusing the metal and restoring the pillar's strength. Once the welding is complete, the finishing work begins. The rough welds are ground down, and the entire area is filed and sanded by hand. The craftsmen meticulously check every curve and line, ensuring a seamless transition between the repaired sections and the original bodywork. They then move on to the door frame, using a clamp and wrench to hold the hinge points in perfect alignment before welding them securely into place. Using a chain hoist, they precisely maneuver the front chassis, pulling the entire assembly into its final, correct position before locking it all together with strong, permanent welds. The restoration now moves into the finishing stages, where the truck's visual identity is reborn. Workers meticulously sand down the body filler, their hands gliding over the repaired panels to create a perfectly smooth surface ready for paint. Every curve and edge is prepped with care, erasing any sign of the previous damage. Next comes the delicate art of masking. The team carefully applies layers of tape and newspaper, sectioning off the cab with precision. They create a clean, sharp line for the signature white stripe, protecting the rest of the body from overspray. With the canvas prepared, a painter takes his spray gun and begins to apply a fresh coat of brilliant white paint. He moves with a steady hand, laying down an even layer that covers the primer and brings a clean new look to the truck's front fascia. After the white paint dries, the masking is removed to reveal a crisp, perfect stripe. The process is then reversed. The new white stripe is covered, and the rest of the cab is prepped. With the truck's body fully restored, the focus shifts to the final details and heavy-duty mechanical work. Inside the cabin, a worker carefully fits a new ornate floral headliner, adding a touch of personalized style to the interior. At the same time, work begins on the truck's suspension. The old broken leaf spring is removed and brought to the workshop floor, where it is completely disassembled. Each individual leaf is inspected before the entire spring pack is meticulously rebuilt, ensuring it can handle the heavy loads it was designed for. Simultaneously, skilled fabricators get to work creating a new, heavy-duty spring hanger. Using a fiery cutting torch, they slice through thick steel plate, shaping the pieces with precision. These components are then welded together, forming a robust bracket designed to withstand immense stress. Sparks fly as the welds are laid down, and the finished piece is ground smooth before being drilled on a press, ready for installation. Back under the truck, the new custom-made bracket is welded directly onto the frame, replacing the old damaged one. The newly refurbished leaf spring assembly is then carefully maneuvered back into position. With great effort, the team aligns the massive spring pack, sliding it into the new hanger and securing it with a heavy-duty pin. Finally, the moment of truth arrives. A large crane is brought in to lift the massive, intricately decorated truck bed. With workers guiding it carefully, the bed is slowly lowered onto the newly completed chassis, completing the truck's transformation. The project concludes with a final touch of paint on the rear of the cab, signaling that this once wrecked vehicle is now fully restored and ready to return to the road, a testament to the incredible skill and dedication of its builders. Thank you for joining us on this journey of bringing this car back to life.